Hey everybody, so I've had a lot of great questions, and the one that I'm going to address today is what order do I put on my makeup? Now, there's no hard fast rules. Everybody has their preferences. Do whatever way works best for you. I'm just going to quickly go over how I put my makeup on. First things first, start with a clean face. I love the Illuminate face wash. I use the clear. Go ahead and use any brand you want. Any of the tricks or tips that I give you will work 100% with whatever brand of makeup you're using. Next, you want to go ahead and put on your moisturizer. Of course, I use Divine. Next, you're going to put on your primer. Now, I love Glorious because it's a face and eye primer. You can get separate face and eye primers where they're two separate products. Whatever works for you. We do have an eye primer. I will do a separate video to talk about the difference between the face and eye primer versus just the eye primer. Anything moving forward from here is definitely up to you. You're not going to put your primer over your foundation. You're not going to put your moisturizer over all your makeup. And you're not going to finish everything off by washing your face. So those three are definitely those aren't going to change. Moving forward, it's definitely going to change for whatever works best for you. I like to put my foundation on next. If you're using our concealer, for example, is very thick. If you're using a thicker concealer, you can go ahead and use that underneath your foundation. This is a great combination. I go ahead and put this underneath, and I'll put that on top. Excuse me. If I'm using our powder foundation, or pardon me, our powder concealer, I will put that on top because as soon as I put my foundation on, it's just going to smear it around and I'm not going to get the desired results that I'm looking for. Same goes with the concealer that you have at home. I'm going to say it depends on the consistency of it. If it's a thicker concealer, you can go ahead and put it underneath. If it's a thinner concealer, you're going to want to put it on top. Either way, you're going to want to finish your concealer and foundation look with a pressed powder. Next, I like to do my eyebrows next. I go ahead and I highlight underneath using a shadow. So after I do my brows, I continue down and I finish my eyes. So that's doing the shadows and also adding any of my eyeliner. In terms of my mascara, I save that second to last, and I have a really good reason, and I'll tell you that in a minute. So there are occasions where I don't put my foundation on first. If I'm trying out a new look, I'm doing a smoky eye, something where I'm using a mineral pigment or any of our eyeshadow palettes, I will not always put my foundation on first. Fallout happens to everybody, happens to professionals, happens to beginners. If you want, you can go ahead and do your eyeshadow first. Take a brush off any of the excess, and then go ahead and put your foundation on, and then you're not going to get necessarily the coloration from your pigments into your foundation. There are other hacks. We can do that in another video if that's something you're interested in terms of protecting your foundation. 100% up to you. The cream foundation, the cream shadows, which I absolutely love. We've gone through this tons of times before. There's no fallout whatsoever, and they blend seamlessly. I always recommend these definitely for beginners. Even not for beginners, they're absolutely amazing. Luscious colors, and who doesn't love sparkle? But we'll go over cream shadows separately as well. So after I've done that, then I go ahead and do any of my highlighting, contouring. So whether I'm using a bronzer, whether I'm using blush, more concealer, BB creams for highlight, it doesn't matter. That's the next step in terms of products. I'll let you know about my mascara trick. I always save my lips for last. It's usually the last thing I do before I leave the house. Maybe it's because dishes are not my favorite thing and I don't like washing off lipstick stains, so to get that last sip of coffee, then put my lipstick on and then out the door. Mascara. I wish I could say I came up with this trick. It was something that my beautiful sponsor told me about, and I've absolutely loved it and shared it with everybody since then. So I go ahead and I put my gel on and then my fibers on the one eye, and then gel and fibers on the other eye. Go ahead and take a blow dryer and blow dry up. 1, feels great on your face to have some nice warm air blowing. 2, It's going to extend the life of your mascara because it's going to get any excess fibers that didn't stick to the gel off and not on your mascara brush, causing your gel to start clumping rather than staying the smooth consistency that it is. It's also going to dry your lashes faster. Then I go ahead and finish with another coat of the gel. And there you have it. So again, a matter of personal opinion. You're always going to start with your washed face